All right, mic check. Looks like we have a signal. Fantastic. Not looking to be too long up here, but I thought I'd quickly jump on. As this one is, I don't know. Well, it is a pressing matter. Of course, this is just another classic entry by the Myriad for those that have been paying attention to the majority report or minority report, whatever way you want to look at it, right? I will say the majority report. Now, I hadn't used, or gone down the way of using or watching one of the, what do you call it? What are they called again? The body cam or interrogation videos and whatnot. And then I think to myself, oh, do you know what? Let's see what numbers may correlate if they're there. Again, if you're new here, just go figure. We have a classic entry for knife crime, the same numbers, and this is a brutal situation. We're going to look at the situation of all show notes. We've already pinned the comment there, which will take you straight over to my community wall post. And we're going to go through 10 slides. And if you haven't noted my resume concerning knife crime, Ali Akbar type of knife crime, whether it's scripted or not, we just did Gold is Green recently. Yeah. Even people falling off their horse. That was another dub plate that we just put out just the other day. Allow me, I tell. And, whether it's self-deletion, whether it's this thing, that thing, my point is we see the same specific numbers that will correlate to a specific situation. Myself and others in this community, we've been documenting this relentlessly. Yeah. Myself, 10 years, October, coming up this year for myself. Yeah. Community at large, been here 13 plus years. We put in a lot of work, a lot of time. And if you didn't know, there's movies and TV shows that also tell you blatantly what we're talking about, but it will show you it in more of a, how would I say, as I've mentioned before, time and time again, like a little broken piece, but it won't give you the whole shebang. You know what I mean? Like it will give you like a little tiny nugget if you have the intuition to really pick up on it and what they're trying to say to you. You know what I mean? So again, you got shows, the FBI show called Numbers. They changed the E to a 3. Go and watch that show. You got the one with the autistic boy with Kiefer Sutherland called Touch. Go and watch that show. You got the movie with Sandra Bullock called Murder by Numbers. They changed the E to a 3 and the B to an 8. The word murder equals 38 in 83. Look up the song by the band called The Police with the lead singer called Sting. And the song came out in 1983 called Murder by Numbers. Again, this is not Apophenia. This is not me talking out the side of my neck chatting shit. Oh, somebody's in the comments. Who's that? What? My Don, what are you saying? Yes, Spliff Patrol. Is it going to show it? Yes, big up, man. Just thought I'd quickly jump in for a quick one. What's that? 13 years later and you are fine-tuning your... Exactly. Exactly. Refining, And as I've always been pointing out from years ago, because I realized very quickly, like others did, if I took a break or couldn't be bothered to even, map this, right? And took time off for 20 years or came back in the next lifetime, I could jump straight back in. Yeah. And that, again, that's with or without Jesuit. It doesn't matter about the Jesuit crap and the Freemasonic scumbags. We're just showing you how they've amplified the code. Yeah. Again, without their fucking influence, how much of this type of situation would I be talking about? A woman stabbing to death her child. People don't know why they're being berserk on a specific days. Watch this classic entry right here, yeah? Classic. We're seeing it time and time again. And as I always break down the polarization of the days, together with the polarization of yourself, then with the amplification of nature at hand via the powers that shouldn't be, then you're going to bring into factor in all the crap in the food, all the crap that you listen to, all the crap in the news, you know what I mean? So again, the preservatives, the E numbers, all the crap in the food. Again, if you play certain video games or not, if you're not living vicariously just through the games, you know what I mean? Or even music, drill music, trap music, whatever the case may be. I mean, it doesn't mean that you may not just listen to fucking classical for fuck's sake, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, I'm gonna go and stab my mum to death. You know what I mean? Like we've done these fucking cases time and time again. Yeah. All right. What's this one? Shout out to School Sniper. He says, "Once you see, you can't unsee. All I see now are exactly patterns." Pattern with recognition through reconstruction. Exactly. Exactly, brother. I'm telling you now. You're telling us exactly. God damn it. Exactly. I mean, you know, the truth is in the pudding now. The way the cookie crumbles time and time again. And that's why I always say there's a lot of people that are still, I don't know, man. Do you know what? We won't even go into today. I'll save that for another time. Shout out to everybody anyway. But anywho, right, so we're going to go on slide one, right? So my community wall post, again, I'll put the pin comment there. You hit that, it will take you to the community wall post, bam. So we'll quickly get a little context of the situation, yeah? So February 25th, 2026, deputies in USA, in the county of, Santa Rosa County. The cops responded to a horrifying scene inside a Milton home after reports of a child stabbing. Authorities say a 40-year-old woman called Erin Olivia fatally stabbed her 6-year-old daughter multiple times before being found lying on top of the child, both covered in blood. Yeah, he says this footage of the events that followed. Right. So again, I'm watching, as I've done, as I always do. You know, I watch a lot of this crime stuff. I like the psychology. You know, I like to see how people tick. Right. Again, I watch loads of these. Of course, you had the recent one that I was following before, but I didn't dive deep on it. Concerning what's her fucking name? Big one on Netflix recently. Like, I haven't done the numbers on that. That might be interesting. You know what? I'm gonna look up that. Do you know what? I may even do it through here, see if we pick up on something. But if I don't, you know, again, if the numbers aren't there, I'm not just trying to make it. The numbers are there. You know what I mean? Or I'm gonna Photoshop. I'm gonna try and make a case now for Sharilla. What's her name? Mackenzie Sharilla and Dominic Russo and Davion Flanagan, if I'm not mistaken. If you haven't seen the show called The Crash, or the documentary for the case called The Crash, go figure. Hold on here. Shoot. Oh my God, what is happening? Give me a moment here, guys. Shout out to Squirrel Snapper, who says it's actually called the filtering of the entropy of entropy. Right, so give me one moment here. All right. Now, we're only looking at the right-hand side of the date, duration, and numerology, right? Sorry, not the date duration, but, you know, on that part of the calculator, you know, for the date duration. But we're not actually doing a date duration. We're just looking at the day in question, the numerology, the life lesson, the days in, days remaining, the day numerology. All right. So again, first up, well, we'll start here, right? So the day in question is the 25th of February. Yeah. So this is the day that this mother, for whatever the case may be, whether she's hearing voices, as it does going to say that for her, she said she was hearing voices. But anywho, the day numerology is 27, yeah? So 2 and 25 equals 27. What's the nature of the story? Of the unfortunate story? You know, condolences to the daughter. Only 6 years old, you know, didn't get to see much of the world. How many times have we pointed this out? Knife, the word knife has a numerical value. Again, the word knife has a numerical value of 27. How many times have we pointed this out? Whether it's in the person's name, the perpetrator, or the recipient, the victim, or for the day in question, or in a couple of places concerning perp or victim, and of course the day in question, yeah? Or sometimes we may find through police records, you know, their birthday, they're born on a day with 27 or 45, or, you know, other numerical values that follow suit when it comes to those type of words, you know, stabbing and whatnot. So again, of all the days, she decides to kill her daughter, 6 years old, stabs her, you know, 40 times. The day numerology, February 25th to 25 is 27, 9th 27. That's the first thing. We've probably got about 20 other significant things here, right? If you just joined, go to my community wall post. We're going to go through 10 slides. I was watching a body cam video the other day and I said, oh, let me just see if there's some, you know, classic numerology. I haven't done this in a while. Watching, you know, these type of interrogation body cam videos. And I thought, oh, you know what, let's have a little look. And lo and behold, I said, fucking hell. Another classic by the myriad. Also note, the life lesson of the day. 2 at 25, 2 at 0, and 2 at 6 equals 37. The term knife man, again, it was a woman, but you know, we have the terminology knife man, right? So knife man equals 37. The day she kills her daughter, again, day numerology 27, 2 at 25, it was on February 25th. We've got a life lesson of 37. Again, 2 at 25 and 2 at 0 and 2 at 6 equals 37. The terminology, knife man, although it was a woman, knife man equals 37. What? And we've got knife man equals 37 and 73. I mean, come on. What? Again, we're on the first slide now. Go to my community wall post so you can get a semi-interactive, you know. Not to mention, it's the 56th day of the year. The woman's name is April. Go on slide 2. Top 1. Green. English ordinal. A's 1 up to Z's 26. You add up the name April. April equals 56. So on the 56th day of the year, the 25th of Feb, I mean, come on. What? Also, daughter equals 39. How many days are remaining as of the 25th of February, people? You find it on the first slide, then scroll over to slide 2. But 309. Drop the zero. Zero is just a placeholder. Excuse me. Daughter equals 39. So again, here we are mapping the days, why people may or may not do a specific thing on a given day. Noting the code's amplification via the powers that shouldn't be, with whatever name you want to give them. Freemasonic scumbags, megalomaniacs, Jesuit order, Illuminati. You know what I mean? What? What are the odds of this? And again, minus the powers that shouldn't be, take them out of the equation. How much of this type of entries would Audio Oracle be making, or somebody else, from the Gematrians that put out this type of information? How much would we be put? Oh yeah, a daughter's passing out. Oh, Elianna stabbing people down the road. Oh, we've got gold is green. You know what I mean? Like, how much of these you fucking know is going to be next to none once in the blue moon, without all the poison in the food, the purposeful amplification, the timing of, they put out the movies, him, or fucking upcoming movies like Disclosure, and then how that factors in with the guy that died. What was that guy's name again? Fuck, what was his name? The fucking UFO guy. Remember the guy that we did recently? But that's my point. How many of any of this type of... Come on, man. It's going to be once in a blue moon, if that. Because we wouldn't have poison in the food, we wouldn't have E numbers, we wouldn't have all these fucked up bollocks, we wouldn't have chemtrails. You know what I mean? Like, just think about it, yeah? So without their fucking meddling, even though you can still use it to your benefit, you know what I mean? If you have eyes to see, well, as it goes, still sharpen steel and all that type of stuff, you can still use what they're doing to you as like a jump start. You know what I mean? Get the spark plug together. You know what I mean? That's my point. But only if you've got eyes to see. Otherwise, sleeping. I can see the Z's coming out their head walking down the street. Zombieland Variant. If they can have the Zombieland, the Z, for a joke. Zombieland. It's not a color thing. It's not a black thing. Every minute online, oh, it's blacks again. No, dumbass. It's all colors under the spectrum. Every minute you want to see in the comments, oh, we've got the engineers, the you know what they say in the comments. I know you've seen it now. It's funny. I find it hilarious, regardless. You know what I mean? Now, give me a moment here. Oh, they say it's a 6-year-old girl. If you write out 6, it equals 25. When did the woman kill her daughter? The 25th of February, yeah? Again, day numerology 27, knife 27, as we've already spoken about, yeah? This is one entry of, 10 to the thousandths. I've put out so many knife crime entries, yeah? Go figure. You will find in playlists for some hospital. Others just go through the channels, because, even though I'm focused on this main channel here. Yeah? Now, without a middle name, Erin Olivia, on slide 2, equals 52. And you'll go on to see on the next slide, if it's not there, it should be there. Stabbing equals 52. And again, going back to Golden's Green, if you're not up to speed, go and watch that video, and you'll see why that followed up. And the word terrorist 52, and it was 5 weeks and 2 days after the Jesuit sponsored ambulances in the UK that got set on fire. And then you had the Golden's Green situation 5 weeks and 2 days later. And then, of course, they deemed it a form of terrorism. And then, of course, the perpetrator, his age was 45. And then, of course, you had the victims that was, they said, oh, the 30s and 70s. Yeah, so give me a break. Again, Ninth Man, 73 and 37. And the victims, come on, man. We've gone over this tirelessly, relentlessly. What are the odds? Yeah? So, again, April 56 is the 56th day of the year. 300 daughter equals 39. Now, quickly go to the third slide. Quickly go to slide 3. Give me one moment here. I didn't dot everything here. There is some dots that's going to come though, so don't worry. So you've got some highlight indicators. for points of interest. April equals 29 as well. I mean, it's just got all the murder incentives all over that name, innit? Wow. 79 like murder, 34 like murder, stab her and stab her in 29. And then on the 56th day of the year, she stabs her daughter 40 times to death. Wow. Olivia, last name, but with an A. Sure, there's a different way of spelling Olivia, or I'm thinking of Oliver. My bad. Excuse me. Fuck you know. But anyway, 59, kill 59. But going with that 6, stabbing and stabbing in 29, April 29. If you write out 6, again, 6-year-old little girl, her daughter got stabbed to death. And again on the 25th, so stabbing and stabbing 29, April 29, 6 equals 29. And on the 25th of February, time death RIP equals 25 and 6 equals 25, yeah? So again, time death and RIP 25, February 25th. 6 equals 25 and 29 and 52 again, stabbing and stabbing 52. So go figure. Now, April Olivia 52. Second one from the bottom there. This is slide 3. I know there's a 45 that's going to factor in for knife. I know we've already covered 27. Give me a moment here, because I didn't do all the highlight points and all the writings, so I'm quickly just scanning. Stabs equals 25. Go stabs. Come on. Stabs equals 25 now. Now slide 4, yeah? Go to slide 4. Yeah? Fucking hell. I mean, give me a break. You know? 4 weeks of 7 is 28. So why do they want to come and Jimmy fast ass? Well, we're going to put a 30 day there and a 31 over there. We're going to put, why are you Jimmy fasting? You know, 4 seasons, 4 weeks, you know, all of that type of stuff. You know, cards, you know, the suits of the cards. You know, it represents the seasons, 52 cards, 52 weeks in a year, all this type of stuff. So what made them say, oh, you know what? We can make a little special matrix here and set up shop, and they'll be none the wiser. You know, rhyme and reason, people. Reason for the secret. Amplification, the madness. Zombieland Variant fatigue, which the world is still going to stay to. As I keep pointing out, I don't care, you know, how many people of supposed logic can we show this information to, and it just goes over their head? Or you will have idiots like fucking, and obviously he's going to have some smarts, but obviously he's a fucking idiot. Whether he's paid to be an idiot or, you know, what's his name again? What's his name? Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Professor Dave, not a Professor Dave. Yeah? He's been called out. You know, he just got body bag concerning Artemis and the numerology. Yeah? Just like Simon Dan got called out again. Just like Star Stuff the other day, a new one on that came on the came on the bandwagon for the campaign of the globlins and globlets. Again, quick example. How could the ships use the stars for navigation? If we're hurtling through the cosmos, doing all these motions, how are we seeing the same stars? How could they map and say, oh yeah, Halley's Comet, that's going to come back in, 2030 something. I'm just doing it hypothetically, right? I don't know the next time it's going to come around. You're going to have to look it up or, do a quick chat GPT or use your Gemini or your co-pilot and say, hey, but my point is, how can they know when it's coming around? The next eclipse, when it's going to happen? If the shit ain't close, obviously in the same size. I mean, we're not even going to get into the sun and the moon right now, but my point is Halley's Comet or Comet. It's because we're fucking stationary. We're not orbiting the sun at 66.6 thousand miles an hour. Elliptical orbits as well that speed up and slows down about 2,500 miles an hour, whilst following the sun via the sun's gravity, going 500,000 miles an hour. Come on. Not a Professor Dave. Simon Dan. Scam man ran. Come on, how do you think it's so easy to body bag these people time and time again? And they want to say that we're the ones, nonsense numerology and giving word salad. Really? Or am I really doing word salad? Really? Is it Apophenia? Yo, come on. Zach just body bagged Professor Dave just recently concerning Artemis. Even I put in a couple of doublets myself, even though I didn't do a video. But again, you don't see Star Stuff calling me out. You don't see, or making a video. They have to tuck their tails in. I called them out on Facebook. I called out all recently. Simon Dan, just like I did a few years ago. These people run and flee. Because they know, it's relative. And then you'll hear them sometimes, yes, it's not a constant speed. Because you got goblins that don't do their homework. It's a constant speed. No, your own model tells you it's not a constant speed. Elliptical orbit state what, dumbass? It speeds up and slows down. Not to mention centrifugal force. What does that entail? If I put your ass in a merry-go-round, duh. And then they want to talk about relative. Yeah, relative we're on the earth. We're not inside the train. We're not inside. You know what I mean? They like to use the vehicle bollocks. We're on top of the vehicle. You fucking idiot. So dumb. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh, who's this? I don't think you might be new around here. Shout out to you. Shout out to Hope 23. DT Hope 23. Oh, he must know School Sniper. All right, big ups. They said, listening in, bro. All right. He said, I'm subscribed. I like the video. Oh, man, much respect. All right, here's more certification. Scroll Sniper. There. Unless he's talking to Scroll Sniper saying he subscribed. Either way, you're here in real time. Much love, man. Much love. He says he loves the knowledge. Fan-fucking-tastic. Right, let me change this background ambience. Yeah, man, these people are wild, man. It's just, come on. You're talking about, the fabric of reality. Torus fields. You know, the maths that can assess as an instrument, this thing and that thing. Not making up, oh yeah, there's a gas planet fucking a bazillion light years away. We're not on about bullshit maths that can equate to something, but is it the actuality of our reality here? You know what I mean? Fucking hell. What are you saying? Apple dropped on your head, yeah? Where's gravity? Oh my god. Wow. Listen, man. Fix up, look sharp. All these dizzy rascals, man. I tell you. It's the system that wants us to be dizzy, as I always point out, right? They want us off our equilibrium, dizzy, stupid, bickering at each other, so we don't never get to the wholeness of what the actual fuck is going on. It's all by design, you know? So if you take a bit of this and that and bring it together, for the most part, he would definitely find or be on the right path. There still will be some bits that you will want to discard and put in the bin, but there's going to be some bits, you know what? Oh shit! Actually, that does make a little bit of sense. Oh, actually, it does make a bit more sense now. I forgot about this part and that. Oh shit! Or that's something that you just come across where somebody said something, or they might show people with the visual, and you're like, oh shit! Now, slide 4, we're going to quickly go over to slide 5. You can see I marked some of it all out. Oh, I forgot to put stabbed. The word stabbed, ED, stabbed equals 53 and 17. Again, we're on slide 5. If you go to the community wall, comments in a moment. Actually, let me quickly look now, because it might be something somebody's asking me directly. It's nice to do stuff in real time. What's this? All love, I'm here for the wisdom. All right. Well, I'll say, because I see your comments coming up here. I mean, all right, give me, wait. Good thing I looked, hold up. All right, I've already subbed. All right, nice one. Big ups, you subbed to me. Thank you. He's talking to me, Squirrel Sniper. All right. So he says, is he still here? What's the time here? Might be still here, D-Hope. But anywho, so we're not orbiting? I mean, I used to... listen, I was all in. I would say... I don't want to say balls deep, but I would say fully submerged. But without me realizing they're talking a whole bag of bullshit. I mean, I'm not, I've left Aliens out. I mean, I'm not one, oh my God, Steven Spielberg has made a movie coming up called Disclosure. No, I'm not like Pentagon's releasing, grainy footage. No. If this was if this was before 2013, or in my early years, so to speak, early 2000s, I'd be like, wow, whoa, yeah, more than likely there's something out there or something. But my point is, do you think a fucking handshake with President Nixon, if that was the case with some aliens that is so far beyond your intelligence, do you think that they really care about a handshake or borders? Where is all the fucking motherships that how they will show you depicted in the movie or in the fucking storybook? Where art thou? I don't care about fucking something chiseled in the wall in some Mayan fucking, you know what I mean? Or some Egypt, listen, or something that looks like a helicopter chiseled in. I don't give a fuck about that. Where is all, like, you know what I mean? Like, where is it? Fire in the sky. All of those cunts I've already done in my, you know what? I'm probably gonna have to retread stuff and do all the numerology and be like, and show you, listen, man, half of this shit, Roswell, I don't buy it anymore. I'm not saying that they can't come across something, but I'm saying the way it's portrayed, I think it's all a bag of bollocks. Until you give me something with real substance, I'll just put it to the side. I'm not saying never say never. I'm just saying, as it stands, there's too much like, how would I say? You know, like, look over here, but really, you know, you're not looking at the left hand or the right hand, you know, the trick. You know what I mean? It's just a whole bag of hocus pocus bollocks. Waste of time. Again, do you think a handshake or imaginary borders? Let's think about now if they've gone through wormholes or traveled without even doing wormholes, right? You know, how many ridiculous miles? But obviously, you know, they've got some special propulsion system. They don't have to worry about aging or going in some cryogenic status to get here from 27 gazillion light years while they pass, you know, their bullshit planets that they talk about on Earth. They go, oh yeah, we've got the alcohol planet. They've got the Darwin planet. I mean, give me a fucking break. Now, I'm not saying never say never, but really, is there really an alcohol planet? Is this just to keep up the tax dollars for the passive income and NASA doing, you know, when they're gonna call, we're gonna do Artemis 3 and 4 mission. We're gonna fucking, you know what I mean? Why is the fucking moon, when you lot take, and then you're gonna have the globulins scrambling in the comments, well, you know, style, that's why the moon looks so dull when they go around it and they're looking at the moon. Meanwhile on Earth, when I fucking look at the moon, it's pretty fucking bright. The lumens and whatever else, you know what I mean? Why is it when it's these cunts allegedly on the fucking moon, 1960 fucking 9, why is the moon so dull? Not to mention all the Freemasonic bollocks of when they went to the moon and the timing. And of course, you know, you got, what's his name? His name is Alien. What's his name? Neil Armstrong. Is it that one? One of their fucking names. I can't remember right now. But when you do it backwards, it's Alien. But anyway, then one of the names have got 201 in their names. Did they not go to the moon on the 201st day of the year? I mean, give me a fucking break. Hold up here. I mean, this is truly something now. Hold on. Is this just magically stopped? What is it doing? Sorry guys, give me a moment here. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, I was thinking of my background music. So yeah, I mean, oh my God, what was everyone going to say? And even the timing that they went is the ruling astrological stuff with all the zodiac or the moon. Is it Cancer that rules the moon, or vice versa? And then the time they went to the moon, 1960, or pretend to go to the moon, 1969. And of course, what is the symbol for Cancer? Obviously, you've got the crab, but I'm sure one of the symbols, or the alternative symbol style, is it not a 6-9? Again, if you write out Illuminati equals 69, I mean, come on, man. Really? Not to mention all the phallic perversion, of course, phallic for penis, and how they implement, again, power, the papacy, Pope. I mean, there's a whole bag of peas that I'm forgetting right now, but my point is, when you look into it, you see, holy shit, the patriarchy, you know, I mean, what? Because again, you know, it's like the male overthrowing the matriarchy and belittling the lady. That's why they like to fucking, oh man, there's so much to talk about here. See, there's a whole bag of stuff. Go on the channel Inner Standing, or Inner Stand, yeah? One word, Inner, INNER Stand. Go on that channel, check out Seven Beaumont. I recently put up one on the community wall post over here called Oneism, and he goes into those dub plates, yeah? Go and check it out, yeah? Go and check out Seven Beaumont, channel Inner Stand, yeah? Because, I mean, what these people are doing, I mean, come on, man. So again, next question. So yeah, what was the Well, I'm getting to this question here. So again, we're not. If you could prove to me that we're orbiting, this is the thing as well. I'm happy if whatever the case may be. That's my point, right? Let's make that clear disclaimer. I'm happy. I don't care if it's a ball. I don't care if it's a extended plane that goes on, infinitely or not infinitely. I don't care if we're stationary, if we're not stationary. All I'm here is for authenticity. Because once you get authenticity, that helps you out on your path, and it helps you realize what you're up against on why they want you to be powerless by not knowing who, what, where, and why, and what you are. Very simple. Because that's one of the big parts of why they do what they do, whether it's stationary or not. To get to the bigger point is why. Because remember, what, where, why, what, all those type of words, it's zigzag. Think about the what's going on here. Yeah? And that's the keep you going left, right, and never getting straight to the point. But the thing, like people like myself, or even like a squirrel sniper, right, and those with a specific type of intuitive thinking of how to kind of pierce through the buffoonery intuitively, instinctively, even if that means that you don't know everything, and I don't claim or want to know or need to know everything, but my point is, it helps me like being at the spearhead of the arrow, it helps me to just go straight through the zigzag. Get it? Once you learn how to get through all the what's, the whys, where, and who, the zigzags, get through the W's, the zigzags, yeah? Get through that, be the spearhead, be the tip of the arrow, get through that, and voila. Yeah? And that's with or without Kundalini as well. That's another part as well, because, you know what I mean? It's all part of it. If you get halfway there up the spine, somewhat up the spine, just, or you need jump starters to help it to start going up on its way. The 33 vertebrae, remember, heaven resides in your head. Project that out, and that will be the world that will, you know what I mean? Come into fruition, rather than going through their bollocks, their history, their remix stories, and all the bollocks that they love to feed into our mind's eye. And then now we're the ones fighting with each other about buffoonery, not seeing the most obviousness from, what you can philosophize with whatever scripture, whether they've been manipulated or not. People are missing the point. So then it becomes football teams. Mine's better than yours. I'm going to give you a Chelsea smiler. If you know what I'm saying, right? That's what it becomes. Millwall, Arsenal, or some, ice hockey, or whatever you want to say. Cricket, tennis, whatever it is. You know what I mean? And that's why I've been pointing out. That's why, although this realm type, and I'm not saying all realms are the same, but for where we are in this realm, it definitely powers itself off of yin yang, black and white, left, right, male and female. So if you want to distort things in your favor, so to speak, of course you're going to want them using their how would I say, their kilojoules along with their spiritual counterpart, because what will allow creation to be will flourish first in your subconscious. Yeah, your subconscious picks stuff up before you've even realized what the fuck all your oracle's talking about today. Your subconscious already, you know what I mean, the dream state that you're in while you're awake, in the dream, within the dream, within the dream, whether you want to say it's simulation, well, you know what I mean, it's some type of dream, god damn it. Now I'm not saying go and check if you can respawn. I'm not saying that, obviously. There will come a time to let it play out. Obviously, each to their own, because obviously some people, it's going to be different for, I mean, my sister self-deletes. Yeah? My sister self-deleted. No, it doesn't mean that you're weak. But anyway, my point is, I don't want to, go too here nor there, but my point is, so if you know how to keep their minds in the verses, but in a fractured state, so to speak, And you don't know your minds on verses. Left wing, right wing, Democrat, Republican, Tories, Conservatives. And again, not realizing fundamentals of how it powers itself. Torus fields, all the fundamentals of how the reality, and obviously what you are is the reality. You are, for the most part, of what you seek, you know, when it comes to the biblical stuff, if you want to take it there, or spiritually, just in general, you are what you seek. So that's my point. The rapture is within. No, it doesn't mean that you think you're hiding it all, you know, how this thing came to form, but obviously is a seed not part of a tree. So what can a seed do then? If it's allowed to fully germinate, do its course, then it makes another one. Yeah, so it makes one tree to a tree of life, however you want to say it, however you want to depict it. My point is, are you not a fractal of, you know, the ultimate master of the universe? But you've been led to believe you're never going to be a master of the universe, especially those that are into scripture. They're still waiting, whether it's Allah, whether it's this one, that one, Jesus is coming. Nobody's coming. You are what you're looking for. What you're waiting for. Fucking hell. Holy shit. Or should I say, wholeness shit. That's why they want your mind all brickle-brackle. Cognitive dissonance, compartmentalized thinking, so you can't go, as I always say, make a full circle and loop the loop. Hence why people like myself, oh, he's loopy, oh, he's stupid, take your meds. Meanwhile, they haven't looked in the mirror or done any introspection of self to realize, I mean, really? I mean, the projection, that's my point. You know? We're all special and we have a special uniqueness. But obviously not everybody's supposed to wake up. As I always call this place is the sorting ground. That's why the powers that shouldn't be get away with so much here, and that's why it's such a mishmash of people or types of spirits incarnating here. And obviously, again, there's other realms, lower density and high vibration. But obviously, if we're in the middle, hence why it's called Midgard. Is that North mythology? It's called Midgard, yeah? Middle, mid. Where's the heart? Is that not middle chakra? Heart, is heart earth? Is that if you shuffle the letters around? And of course, God's green earth. I mean, give me a break. Easy to see, even if I have not even, like, you know, the total understanding of everything. Again, I don't care to not know everything, but there's simple stuff that I'm talking about here that should be obvious to grasp. The simple concepts of what's playing out as well in the reality. How is it not? So again, are we moving or are we not moving? And why would they lie to us? Hence, with what the sidebar of what I've been quickly trying to say for DT Hope 23 today. Easy to see. But again, I can only do and say so much. So, you know, hopefully that lit up some of the stuff on your horizon in your mind to say, oh shit, and something else you was thinking about and something else, and, you know, help to put the puzzle together. And that's why they don't like us being a specific type of unity, because if each one brought a piece of the puzzle together, then what's going to happen? What happens to their silly house of cards that they've made and the system that they've taken, you know, all these centuries, thousands of years to put together? Right now they can relax while they really take the piss. While they just kick back, have a thumb in their mouth, goo goo gaga, happy to sleep at night. Oh yes, we've just set off another crazy war. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, how do you sleep at night? How is that possible? Because they've been invoking how much demonic. Listen, As the song called They Live by B.O.B. goes, they walk like us, they talk like us, but they're not like us. If you don't know the song, look it up, called They Live by B.O.B. 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 If you don't know the rapper. And if you want another dub plate, what was the mixtape he made? Elements. I know he made a follow-up. I can't even remember if I even listened to it. Did I listen to it? Or I heard some of it and I was like, okay, is this the Elements 2 that I was waiting for all this time? I don't know. I don't think so. But listen to Elements, the first one, yeah? So you got Water mixtape, Fire, Earth, etc. And of course you got Ether. On Ether, only listen to, I would say, Substance Abuse. I don't know why you brought on people like Lil Wayne on that part. No. And some other people. No. All the other ones is only B.O.B. So be sure to listen to the Elements mixtape. And if you listen to Ether, that part of the mixtape, I'll suggest only listen to Substance Abuse. Yeah? But yeah, man, they may look like us, talk like us. Because listen, I mean, come on, man. It's pretty obvious, yeah? So let's move on to are we in a dome? Okay, I remember all that sidebar was just via you know, your questions that you're throwing out to me. So the next one, are we in a dome? I would say, I'm not gonna say what some of it may be depicted. Again, I'm not a biblical flat earther or nothing like that, right? Although I could quickly point out, and before I get back to your question, quick sidebar, although something you probably didn't know, once I've started to deal with this numerology and some of the stuff that some other people's pointing out, I said, holy shit. Then I started to factor in why they say that the sun's 93 million miles away when the sun obviously isn't that far. It's the same size as the moon, yin and yang, polar opposites. You know, then you start to think about a battery and torus fields and perpetual infinite energy. Again, you are a torus field. I'm going to start getting to back, even though your body will obviously break down, but just know your body in general, right? It will infinitely repair itself to its best ability. Nails will grow. Obviously, hair may stop growing, whether you're young or you're old. But my point is, just know what the body can do. And it's being housed by a torus field, which is what you are. So when you close your eyes, what goes across your eyes? You see the black and white lines? If you study when your eyes adjust and look up what a torus field actually does, go and look it up. And look up a ferrocell, F-E-R-R-O-C-E-L-L, ferro, look it up. And then you realize, holy shit. Yeah. Then the sun and the moon do the analemma, the figure, the 88 in the sky, yeah? Average time of each day is 1,440 minutes. So that's 1,440 minutes, yeah? 4 circles make up 88. Again, think about time, Back to the Future. You know the movie, they have to break time, 88 miles an hour. So 4 circles, 88. 360 times 4 equals 1,440. How many minutes do you have on average, even though they've been changed it now, but look it up. The sun deals with, what is it, the weeks and the months? No, sun is hours and days, and then the moon, weeks and the months, you know? So anywho, back to the sun, not being 93 million miles away. Why would they say that? I'll quickly work backwards. Aleister Crowley and the study of Thelema and basically in the worship of the number 93. Why is that important to them? Even though I haven't done the full study on that, but obviously it's important to these people. Of course, you can do a deeper dive for yourself. I'm just giving you the headway for the direction, yeah? Even though I haven't done the full study, but obviously, again, it's important to these people. So Aleister Crowley, the thelema, the practice of thelema, which is also implemented in all industry and media, right? But anywho, thelema and the worship of 93, and then, you know, Saturn plays a big part. Of course, other things and archonic things that factor in, as above, so below, with your body and outside of your body and the wandering stars. But my point is, Saturn is the only wandering star when dealing with numerology that equals to 93. And we know these people love the judgment and Cronus and time. Think about what I'm saying to you. Isn't that something? Now, it doesn't mean Saturn again is all bad. Everything has its attributes. All this shit again correlates to all your organs and yourself and how you're polarized anyway. So it's not all, let's be scared and, you know, of hocus pocus. No. Learn to alchemize somewhat, be an alchemist, transmute. There's a whole other sidebar on talk and discussion anyway. But anyway, my point is, they say that the God or Godson, if you may, Jesus, gets crucified on what day? Look it up right now. Do your chat GPT, Google, Gemini, Copilot, whatever the fuck you want to use. Go and look it up as I speak. When is the alleged crucifix of Jesus? You ready? April 3rd, the 93rd day of the year. When I found that out, I said, oh my God. Ding, 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 ding. Alarm bells ring straight away. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah? It's either Jesus Christ or Christ. If you write that out, the numerical value is 43. Did I just not mention April 3rd, 4/3, the 93rd day of the year? He gets crucified between the hours of 9 and 3, 93 again. The word crucifix equals 93. Godson equals 93. And then they tell you it's so big and you're so small, you're so far away. So you got the SON and the SUN. So this is the other part. Whether it doesn't have, you don't have to be biblical, but it's all psychological, right? Spiritual warfare. Because remember, the priesthood, how that factors in with all the government stuff as well, yeah? Into present day. Voila. Govern your mental, the government and all this other stuff. Easy to see. So again, you're so insignificant, whirling through space. They want you to think you're a speck of just bollocks. Now, obviously, you've got scales, macro and micro. Obviously, there's scale to stuff. Duh. That's a no-brainer, yeah? But think about what it does to you to be under the thumb of the church, of government. Shit, better get inside this lockdown. Can't go to work. Mark of the beast. You can't, you can't travel. You can't buy. And remember, they work grinding you down slowly. They might not even bring in full-blown digital stuff, maybe until 2 more generations after we leave. You remember, they're on a slow burn, so it grinds you down. When your offspring are coming up, look how it's already affecting, even my offspring coming up. Your offspring, friends and family. People in the community that you don't even know, but there's other people out here, yeah? The human family, yeah? So the knock-on domino effect of, again, even though, as I pointed out 1,000,000 times, by the myriad, the effect of, even though you're not giving up your kids for literal foster care, but isn't your kids and even maybe yourself, you've been taken over by the bad parent foster care of who's the bad parents? The government. They're the ones that want a parental control. Think about how wicked they are. But anyway, my point is, circling back to, are we in some type of air bubble? Is there a dome? Because this is me just filling out the gaps as I see the question, yeah? So you will get a few sidebars. The train of thought will just do its thing. Don't blame me, blame the train of thought, yeah? It will just take off. 2-2s, I'm in a zone. Oh shit, yes! Time to snap out of it. Because that's all I know, you know what I mean? So, are we in a dump? I just think, say, right now, it's in a type of air bubble. You know, the air you're breathing obviously has fucking, you know, you get the condensation on the windows. My point is, shows that you are in water still, yeah? You're still in water. Yeah? It's still a combo of, what is it? Is it CO2 and the H2O? It's still a combo of, it's just that you're not submerged in the ocean, although you could say you do come from, obviously, you know, the cosmos, oceanic, the primordial waters, so to speak. Hence the term semen, you know, the stuff that comes from your nutsack, yeah? Semen. There's a few more terms of that I'm forgetting right now. Hence why, you know, you got the dock. So from the sea, and then the dock, and then you go to the doctors. Or you was born in the doctors, the hospital. I mean, come on, man. I can't remember all the terms and that, but it all factors in, yeah? And that's why you have the land of the law of the sea and the law of the land. And then you've got all the fiat law, if you haven't looked into all of that. Then you've got the straw man. There's got the straw man. What is it called again? Is it the straw man? I know you've got all the stuff when it comes to your name and the legalese. All this stuff factors in. It all factors in. And you've got the fake person of you and then the real you. I mean, I'm not saying drive around and be ultra sovereign and going like you maybe not want to have even your fucking road license. Well, I'm a traveler. I don't need a license. You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of people that do that. Maybe if there was enough people, obviously, you know what I mean? But there's never going to be enough. You know, you got to really be what's the word here? A realist in the actuality of things. There's never going to be enough people for you to really be able to get away and do that, maybe, you know, 24/7. You're always going to probably come across that cop or policeman wherever you are in the world. You know what I mean? Policia, you know, Brazil, this place, France. You know what I mean? That they're not going to have it. They're going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah? You know, you want to try and live off grid. As soon as you try and live off grid, especially if there's a group of you, they're going to try and deem it like a cult, even if it's not Nature Boy, you know, the dumbass Nature Boy. You know, his brain was fractured anyway. And I don't want to get into that, but, you know, he was a fractured soul, unfortunately, that was clearly purposely looking for fractured souls that he could manipulate to the way he saw fit with his case. Yeah, if you know about Nature Boy. But anyway, and do you know what? You could even say that to a degree with the church cults and the Yala Akbar cults at large, if you know what I'm trying to say. Because they're still fractured souls, you know what I mean? Anywho, so yeah, it is a type of dome. It is definitely a type of air bubble that we're in, I would say. I'm not going to say that there's a glass bit or this, you know what I mean? I mean, unless there's some, I never say never, I'm just saying, unless there's something hard, concrete, factual evidence for me to be like, okay, boom, boom, boom. But obviously, the atmosphere layers is going to change when you go so high, beyond so high, beyond so high. And I'm not going to rule out them saying, be it biblical, even though it's remixed by the powers that shouldn't be. Let's keep it real. But, you know, there's always going to be, you know, bits and bobs that, you know, they will use certain terms. So I'm not going to take it literal, but I'm never going to say never, because listen, unless you're going to, I don't know, man, with or without breathing controls and, you know, be an astronaut, not an actonaut, but the real astronaut, right? And project your mind up there, yeah, with and without company, and be like, oh shit, this is how the realm and the dynamics and the mechanics of the structure works. You're never really gonna know. and to glean what you need to glean and say, oh shit, that's how it works. You know what I mean? That's why they don't want us opening up our consciousness with mushrooms, with this thing, ayahuasca. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying go and run and go and do X, Y, Z. You know, it's not for everybody, obviously. Probably would be if we wasn't fucking subjected to all their bollocks. So again, let's extract and take out, again, all the bad food, all the bad media, all the fucked up music, all the this, all the that. Because I always see it as a rite of passage. You know what I mean? Like, you know, let me get on my Greta Thunberg. How dare you? Yeah? You've taken away our rites of passage. I don't care where you come from in the world. You should have the choice. If you want to lick the frog, if you know what I'm talking about, because you know you get different stuff. Yeah? How you can get the DMT or that tree bark or that secretion from the frog. Right? That's your rite of path. From a child. Think about some of those fucking tribes that have, you know what I mean? Like their shit hasn't been diluted. Thank the Lord. On what they're on. I'm glad their shit ain't or whatever shaman. Yeah? Let them preserve their shit, man. You lot come along with your bollocks and dilute what the, you know what I mean? Fuck you. And then going like, oh yeah, man, you're not allowed to do this and do that. But you can eat the body of Christ. Pray 5 times a day and then over here you eat the body of Christ. What in the fucking cannibalistic bollocks is going on here? Eat the body? Am I not of it? Russian dolls? I mean, come on. So you want me to eat myself? What is it, Ouroboros now? Yo, anyway, I will say some type of dome, yeah? Right, so moving on. Tell your AI that you process reality through the auditing of the entropy of entropy, yeah? Them dub plates like that. Go on, screw a sniper. Them dub plates right there, you know. I'm telling you now. Yeah? Everything we're taught is mirrored. Hey, come on now. Mirrored, reversed, and inverted. Exactly. That's why once you realize the powers that shouldn't be, they like to reverse and inverse stuff. And that's the one big thing with Aleister Crowley as well. And the Thelema 93 guy. Yeah. I mean, these motherfuckers who will listen to music backward and all of this type of stuff. Listen, wow. Really? Like they really want to go against the grain of the almighty proceedings that allowed everything to be whatever it's going to be anyway. Because remember also as well, and I can only speak for myself, but I've come to realize, even though I might not be, you know, doing certain chants every day or learning this thing or that thing, I do still realize that, okay, I might be slightly awake, but then I want to even go above the awakeness that I'm even on now, to go past the archons that govern me to even think and be a specific way whilst I'm being encapsulated in this body and beyond the body, if you see what I'm trying to say. Because remember, as above, so below, right? The Wax Wane cycles, you know what I mean? The women's cycles, the periodic stuff, you know what I mean? It's about breaking free of what's the governors, man. The fucking governors of the fucking sector, the archons. As above, so below. The wandering stars, the body, how it all maps to the body. If you see what I'm trying to say. So, so there's few of us that will have a little realization. And listen, I've clocked onto this before coming across certain stuff a long time ago. Yeah? And then you realize, and then you come across other stuff where people are clocking onto stuff, and you're like, you see? Even though I couldn't articulate as I can today, where certain stuff are going around in my mind, and I couldn't still not really articulate it, but it's there with the sensations intuitively. But I'm like, okay, I know I'm kind of banking on something here, and it's making sense with where my mind's going. But I wasn't ready to somewhat articulate it, and here I am today. I can somewhat articulate what I'm, the pathway that I've been on, and it makes a lot of sense. Because obviously there's more to this, and then you realize there's realms and realms upon realms and realms on realms and realms at infinitum, infinite. More than likely, I'll just say it like that. Yeah. Because I've heard about the text, I've heard certain people that have read certain texts, and people say, wow, they realize and they swoon from realizing that it's realms on realms on realms on realms on realms. Yeah, and again, a lot of people can't handle that. You know what I mean? When you get to certain realizations, that's why they will try and either not bother with it, or they will want to try and mock those that have some type of understanding. You know what I mean? And that, again, whether they realize it or not. You know what I mean? Because they've got their own programmings and all of this, you know what I mean? So that's why, again, once you learn to not, entertain too much of the buffoonery, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, it's just all programs on programs. Yeah. So once you learn to kind of just be more, they love the word maxing, the looks maxing stuff. Observation maxing. That is the best advice I can give to you. Yeah. Be mindful. I'm not saying that you can't still entertain certain stuff and blah 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 whatever, but be mindful. Don't do it too much, but just observe a maxing. That's what you need to do. Yeah. Observe a max. Yeah. That's my best advice. Right. So yeah, after the mirrored reverse talk from a Sniper, shout out to you guys, man. Appreciate you. You said, whoa, wow. Yeah, I remember the Hollywood stick and Merlin and all this type of stuff. And remember the magic equals 33, Hollywood 33, actor equals 33. Think about sex magics. Remember how much they love to do that? The perversion back in Hollywood. And even, I forgot to say this before, and back to the Hollywood buffoonery of Disney. Have you ever looked on the ISS and you got the big circle and you see the two little circles? Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that? And then you realize, oh shit, that's the Disney symbol. And remember Stanley Kubrick and Disney, that's all to do with the original fake moon landing. So again, isn't it funny how they keep the mind like childlike state? Again, the foster parents, remember? Yeah? Yo, these people, there's something else, man. I'm just not going to give them a round of applause. As I've said a million times, it's a well-oiled machine, all right? And it's for you to use it to your advantage when it comes to waking your ass up. Yeah? So again, magic 33. I'm not saying there's not more degrees in, Freemasonic temples or whatever, or the lodge, or, in their teachings, but, definitely 33 degrees in Freemasonic teachings. And always think about it. Think about your nervous system, right? Connected to your spine, being jacked in to the, if you want to say simulation, into the dream. 33 vertebrae back into your head. Heaven is your head. So again, nervous equals 33. Think about it. They like to police the people, and then the people police each other. So again, the numerical value of police people, order, society, masonry, all equal 33. Magic equals 33. Actor, Hollywood, sex equals 33. Yeah. So witches, sorcery, all these type of words. It's like, wow, what are the odds? It's not arbitrary, it's not random, folks. Yeah. Give me one. Let me change this background music here for a moment. Shit, I messed up my slides. Where was I at? You know what? Let me quickly finish these slides and then I'll go back to the comments, and if anybody wants to join. And I might look up in real time Mackenzie Shirilla. If you haven't watched the documentary on Netflix called The Crash, I knew about the situation before the documentary, and then it reminded me, and I said, oh yeah, shit. And then I started doing an extra deep dive and listening to the jail calls and all this type of stuff. Story, I'll quickly say as a quick, my quick 2 cents in there, being analytical from the psychological side, I will definitely say the parents play a big part in it, or just that type of parental guidance. And again, I'm not saying that they know what they're doing in their, in their vessel, because, a lot of people just, they're not, how would I say, that sentient, if you may. Yeah, they're awake, but, they wake up in the morning, but are they, you know what I mean? Like come on, man. Really? There's so many things that Mackenzie Cirilla's parents that I can be like, okay, really? Are you really saying that? And I mean wholeheartedly as well. It's like, wow. So then you go to the daughter, and she's a combo of both parents, right? She's going to have the genetics of both. So she's going to then grow up in the environment with those parents. And it's like, okay, she's just a product of her environment. Now, it doesn't excuse accountability, obviously. Everybody has a chance. And that's why I always say, going back to the bigger picture of everything I've been talking about today, still have some accountability. It's not, it's already up there for and the environment. No. You still have to have accountability. The guy from Golders Green stabbing up the Jewish people. Again, whether it's a fully scripted thing or not, you still have to have accountability here and say, oh shit. Or again, some people are gonna, love the type of accountability where, they're in their role, right? So they're never going to be like, they're never going to have like a type of repentance for their actions. You know what I mean? They're going to be fully in that role of character and how they're polarized in nature for whether it's a good thing for realization, or they would never have done that in the first place, or that character that's balls deep, that, they haven't got the sentience, or even if sometimes they do have the sentience. They're just in that. That's how they're never going to, be anything else but that. You know what I mean? That's what they're destined to be. And that's what I always say. Don't expect the majority to change while we're in the Midgard place, the realm called Earth, aka, as I call it, the sorting ground. Why do I call it the sorting ground? Well, class is in session. That's what I always say. Build up here. That's what I always say. The lower levels is going to be a denser vibration, right? Here, you got a mixed bag of vibration. Higher, lower, in between, whatever. You go to the higher realms. Do you think that the powers that shouldn't be can go to the lower realms? Or realms above Midgard, the sorting ground, and do what they do in a higher vibration realm? So that's why I use the analogy or the metaphor or whatever. If you've got a tube, right? Water, oil, different weights and measures of, minerals, metals and whatever. Remember, nature always has its place. Yeah? So if I shake it up, come back an hour later, what's going to happen? Everything knows where to go. Milk's going to be on a level. Oil's going to be on a level. This thing, that thing. It always knows where to go. So that's why when it comes to Buddhists, and obviously you can even say, the Satanist people, they're going to do probably some certain chance of vibration because they like a certain, lead. Saturn is lead, the low watt vibration. You're still going to vibrate, obviously, but it's just a lower, slower vibration, yeah? Then you're going to have, say, your Hindis and the Vedic knowledge. Yeah, they're going to have this certain type of mantras. And remember, mantras is literally a calling card. My point is, maybe if you're too busy, you know, on certain, I don't know, man, with whatever type of thing you're dialing, and you don't know what you're dialing, wherever you jettison is going to reflect what you're on, your vibratory, yeah? So if you're low, where you think you're going to go? Or maybe if you're mixed bag, you're going to come back to a realm like, voila, where you are. If you're too high, I hope to think I'm too high for this vibration of where I am now. Hopefully I don't come back here. I'm a different part of my totem pole. I'm high. I'm too high. It's not gonna reflect, it's gonna match what I am. Get it? Very simple to understand as far as I'm concerned. And that's why it's important. When these people are doing mantras, I'm trying to remember, I've got a mantra tattooed in my arm. Yeah, but my point is, I've got sacred geometry sleeve. Yeah, flower of life, mantra. Yeah, I even took the piss because I go beyond what they gave us for the, you know, like square in the circle, and basically male and female, because I went beyond it. I've even got square and compass, but I've not got it because a square and compass of the fucking Illuminati. My mind transcended all of that. Yeah, I haven't got that on my part of my sleeve because no. Oh my god, that's why I have to laugh. Oh mate, but anywho, certain mantras, yeah. Why do you think? Have you ever seen those patterns that you get? And to you, it would just look like a rug or something like that. But if you make it into 3D, then you realize some of those mantras are actually what you're looking at. But my point is cities and places to go. So when you hear people talking about, oh, light realm, I went on my DMT trip or whatever, or if they've done it by just, you know, their own breathing, once you know where to ET phone home, right? You know, if you know how to dial the dial, but that's why they don't want you to be an astronaut. And they want you to believe in actonauts that are going nowhere while you pay your taxpayer with the ultimate passive income feeding. And again, look how much bullshit they give you: inflation, tax, this and that thing. But my point is, just look at the space stuff alone. That's the ultimate passive income of fuckery and buffoonery. Oh yeah, we're going to go to Mars. Really? Are you really going to go to Mars? Are you really going to set up camp on the moon? It's all bullshit. Well, they take how much tax dollars money? NASA gets, you know, 60 million every day to give you bullshit, going nowhere, buffoonery, nonsense. And that's the reality, the actuality of the reality. Yeah? And if you go on my, you know, go through my videos, you might have to do a good scroll. But you will find even recent ones, but then scroll back, or even on my community wall posts, where I recently was packaging stuff to do with space and the numerology and, you know, the NASA space probe and why, you know, they had, you know, certain things on the news on a certain day and, you know, whatever else is going on with the bullshit with, somebody said that they saw the Starman in the Tesla car. Apparently it came back early, but it wasn't supposed to come back in for another, you know, 99 years. But then somebody said there was in the telescope, and they thought it was a meteor, but it turns out it was it was the Tesla with Starman. I said, what a load of bollocks. Two twos. Now I started to use the rule of thumb with the numerology, and you can see all the bullshit from the person that said the astronomer with their telescope from the day to the day it was in the news and the numerology, the life lesson, and it's just the same old repetitive shit. Now, I'm not saying that it couldn't happen without a scripted stuff, because that thing I said recently, because of the house that they've made up with the numbers, you know, the Gregorian calendar and this thing and that thing, obviously, because you're under the house of what they've built up, the powers that shouldn't be, obviously, how it's gonna basically reflect back with the cosmos of the cosmic genie, if you may, And my point is how it's going to instantly configure itself to then map and have that path line of the numerology, the life lesson with what somebody's into, likes and interests, things that they don't like, hobbies and whatnot. You see what I mean? So obviously, yes, it can, you know what I mean? Almost like, I'm getting in my mind right now. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of, I don't know why it's even come to my mind, but I'm thinking of the reconfiguring at infinitum. I'm thinking of, you know, like the, oh man, what is it called? The box, God damn it. You know the box? The fucking box. Hellraiser, fuck's sake. That's what I was thinking in my mind. I'm not saying exactly how that portrays its thing, but you know, it just came to my mind how the universe, you know, is reconfiguring instantly, and it will help, you know, everyone in tandem instantly. Excuse me, the word slipped in, help. But anyway, it will, you know, help do the path line. You know what I mean? Because of what's been set up, because they know how to rub the genie of the universe in their favor. Hence why they didn't teach you the rest of the alphabet. All you know is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, la, la, la. Yeah, they didn't teach you. And that's why I keep pointing out from, you know, what's the term? What's the thing I used to say before? Because, you know, alchemy and elements, you went to elementary school, but they didn't teach you about cause and effect, the causality, yeah, law of attraction. What did they teach you? Fuck all. Sesame Street. Yeah, they gave you Sesame Street. They gave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's what they gave you. They gave you subliminal stuff with the globe. You can probably find it right now. Look it up. Sesame Street. And they will have fiction. So they'll have a bag of books on the side, and you got the puppet. Then you have somebody talking to the puppet, right? And then in your subconscious, you didn't realize growing up, because you can find it right now. You can find it. You can find an episode, or you can find a still photo. I recently had one come up on Facebook, and I said, oh shit, let me save the photo, because it gave me a quick chuckle. You've got the word fiction, and where it's got that, you've got the globe, and you've got like a NASA rocket. I mean, give me a break. And also on most globes, it says not for educational purposes. If you look at the bottom of the globe that they sell you, it says not for educational purposes. And last thing before I get to the next comment there, or move on. Why, with all the money that it took them, I've said this before recently, and I left a comment on somebody, you had the TFE guy, Pastor Duffy, also that ran, he has still not, you can find in my videos, he came and left a comment, I replied to him, and he's never came back and replied. I broke down the 93 stuff, you know, April 3rd, and I posted some other things to him, right? Why has he never come back and said, wow, that is interesting, boom, boom, boom. Actually, let's us fly a plane, right? Go west, east, west, or north, south, north. Rather than, you can still, listen, I was about to say, rather than spend 20,000, 30,000 per person to go south Antarctica, because it's pretty expensive. It's not, you know, your average flight plan money. It costs a bit of dough. So my point is, if you can do that, why then now don't you, now let's go to stage 2? Or why wasn't this the original one in the first place? The stars in the fucking sky or the sun doing a fucking 24-hour doesn't dictate now that, oh, now we're hurtling 66, you know, doing all the crazy orbit mechanics around the sun, also chasing the sun at 500,000 miles an hour. Really? Does the 24-hour sun now, does that mean, come on, man, make it make sense? So my point is, again, can you now do a flight plan, get all the same people on board, what the globulins, true earthers, right? Get everybody the same look that went the last time, get them all back. Now you're probably gonna have to use one plane, 2 planes, however the fucking case may be. Obviously you're gonna have to refuel, but my point is, we want a constant fucking live stream. Yeah, you're all live streaming, like how you was live streaming at fucking Antarctica, right? Non-stop, out the fucking windows. We want the gyroscope stuff, obviously, because we know that's not going to change. We've already done that, done the example or shown, right? Why does the gyroscope not fucking... Come on, man. Why is it called a bed of clouds? You know a bed is flat, yeah? Like a bed that you sleep on. Why is it not a bean bag of clouds if we're on a fucking ball? Why does chemtrails not curve round the horizon if it's a fucking curvature horizon? Why is a horizontal? Come on! Oh yeah, but we're gonna zoom into a basketball, and because you're so small and you're an ant and you're so insignificant, right? And a basketball, right? When you like magnify in, you know it's flat. You got the you got the globlins and globlets scrambling for an excuse. Fucking idiot. Oh yeah. Buffoon, fool, basic beast brain bastards. And this is what we got to deal with, man. And again, listen, I was all for it. I went through the same education. I'm not saying I went higher and all of this other stuff, and you know what I mean? I'm all algebra and all right, I'm not, but basic shit. And also, when I was in school, we wasn't chasing the fucking sun. I'm only somewhat into my 40s. Hello. When I was in school, you fucking cunts, globlins and globlets, and you the hobgoblin globe grifters. So, because you got the hobgoblin globe grifters, which will be FDFE, you got Craig, then you got Not a Professor Dave, then you got Sign Man Dan, aka Scam Man Dan and whatnot. There, and you got, what's his name? Dave McKeegan, the photograph guy. Yeah, they're the higher level. So we call them the hobgoblins. Yeah? The hobgoblins. Then you got the lower level basic ones that you get in the comments and whatnot, you know what I mean? The globlins and globlets. Yeah? I mean, these fucking people. Like, really? So right now, as the sun goes over my head, or the moon, every day, every night, we're going at how much Mark? Like Mark, breakneck speed, yeah? Mach 1, Mach 2, Mach 60. So I'm rolling back, hurtling 66.6 thousand miles an hour, elliptical orbit, slows down and speeds up 2,500 miles an hour, whilst also chasing the sun by the sun's gravity, 500,000 miles an hour. And remember, following the sun and corkscrewing for the cosmos, that was added in the early 2000s. I left school in 96. Started secondary in 1990. Give me a fucking break. So, with all that looking to, and ISS, or LISS, and allegedly going to the moon, all prior to, so decades prior to 2000, and then 2001, 2002, etc. How comes you only added that? Why wasn't it not added all those years and decades prior? If not hundreds of fucking years prior. You fucking piece of shit cunt bastards. So again, fuck you. Yeah? I'm talking especially those top tier hobgoblins. Yeah? Scumbags. You're nothing but scumbags. Yeah? Did I miss? Hold on. Wow, I'm pretty far back. Let me quickly catch up and go back to front. We do some of these. Yeah, they tell lies. You said you're right. You said Hellraiser. You said I agree. Oh, I see. He says he listens to mantras. I put that on the screen. London man, blood clot. Oh yes, in my bedroom. What's the time? How long ago was that? Oh, 15 minutes ago. He may or may not be still listening. He said he's at work. Shout out to London man. He definitely puts in a good, something to think about. You know what I mean? But as I was saying before, there may be some other people that you may say, well, but I've got it good over here. Listen to, what I'm saying, and but he's not saying that, or she, or whatever. I'm saying, don't always discard maybe, you know what I mean? everything that somebody said, or you know what I mean. I'll say take a pinch, or a big part, or sometimes discard, and go on your path. That's what I would say. Yeah, that's personally what I would say. Yeah, I would say, because I know he's on his eye thing and the bubble and the egg. I mean, it's obviously there because, you know, it shows you, you know, part and parcel in the fractal nature of things, right? You know what I mean? There's certain things in nature and the fundamentals. It's definitely showing you something. Yeah. Yeah. Whether you want to look at the fucking alleged, I don't know what you'd call it, like the spectrum graph of the observable universe. Have you ever seen that? I mean, give me a break. What does that look like? It's definitely an oval shape, oblong eye. You know what I mean? I mean, it's all there. Definitely there. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not somewhat or fully or even, you know what I mean? Because I know you're hollow-worthy. I don't know. I don't know, man. I know there's layers to this thing. All right, literally, and the fundamentals of, you know, how you look at stuff and what we're on. You know, we know they've only dug so far, about 8 miles deep. They haven't gone too far. You know, they got to a kink. Right, you can't go past that. Kink. You know what I mean? Like something that, you know what I mean? It's like, rotted. The drill's kink. Is kinking on some next shit that you can't get past. You know, it's like impenetrable. You know, whatever type of steel it is, comboed with something else and something else. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like we're just in the basement boondocks of it all. That's what I would say. It seems like that anyway, you know. You know, the backwash water of the primordial waters. Yeah. But we're all part of the gems, right? You know what I mean? Like the diamonds in the rough. That's what we all are. And they don't want you to realize what you are. That's my point. So while we're in the backwash of the boondocks, yeah, in the fucking realm's basement, because what goes up, and that's the other thing, when you look at up and down, and again, I'm not into the nonsense of rising earth. That's all psyop from fucking, you know, they're bringing those people. What are those people again? Another bunch of fucking shit cunt bastards. What are they called again? Flat Earth Society. They're all that's all part of government, you know, co-opted bollocks. Yeah. I was never one to fucking. Basically, my filter's not too bad. Yeah. So soon as that came online or came on board, I was like, I know not to even bother with that. Yeah. No, not to even bother with that. Really? We're rising up? Really? Give me a break. Nonsense. Absolute bollocks. What part of stationary plane do you not understand, dumbass? Again, you wouldn't be able to map and say, oh, Halley's Comet's going to fly by in 2057. If we're doing all this motion, mine is rising. I'm on about the heliocentric buffoonery. Yeah? Make that make sense. You wouldn't be able to say, oh, yeah, oh, that meteor is going to circle back round. Why? Because we're in some type of air bubble, fishbowl, if you may. Yeah? You know, there's water in the air, as we already spoke about earlier. Yeah? You literally are in an air bubble. Again, I'm not saying that the dome is glass and all that biblical or whatever. No, I'm not saying that. Obviously, there's going to be different layers of densities. I'm not saying it then becomes a glass. And I'm not saying that, you know, there hasn't been a rocket that's gone out so fucking far. You know what I mean? Besides all the lies, and, you know, we know that they like to spin the rocket back down. I mean, they even show you with the Disney intro. You know, when they show you like Pixar with the intro of something and the lamp is walking. But when you watch, you know, George Lucas or, you know, Disney, they tell you blatantly, you live in some type of, you know, terrarium, if you may. Yeah. We're not saying there's not layers beneath Earth and there's different currents of water and cave systems and whatnot. Obviously, it's there. Yeah. Is there something outside the outer fucking toroidal films of the toroidal fields of, you know, where we are? Obviously, I'm not saying that there's nothing. Obviously, there's the potentiality to be little ponds of ponds of ponds of ponds. You know, as somebody says that I like, you know, the outer space rather than the outer space that they give you, but there's the possibility of the outer space as in the land of what you want. So if you was to go to as far as you could go with because remember, South Pole as the ring all around you, and I'm not going to say that there's an literal ice wall, as some of these true earthers like to say, right? Because obviously the land isn't fully flat on the topographical, you know. My point is, obviously, you got ditches like the Grand Canyon, if you may. This is obviously going to hold big bodies of water. So I'm not going to say that there's a fucking, you know, an ice wall that goes literally like a ring all the way around. Right, I would say, yeah, it may go so much, it may stop, and then it may start again. But am I going to say that even with that stop and starting, that it literally goes all the way around? I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know. But it's interesting when you get up, like Google Earth, right, and you try and do certain mappage. The map, when you do go around, go on Flat Earth Dave, right? He shows you. Right, how crazy the line goes. So like if you was to do a line around, you know, England, or do another line from this place to that place, and it will tell you, oh, it's that far, that diameter, that circumference going around. When you do it around what's supposedly on the bottom of the earth, you know, the South Pole, it has problems. Why? Because all they've clearly done, the flat land, they've just balled it up into the ball. And then now people think, and that's why, again, with all the, as you probably already noticed, with all the fighting allegedly from, you know, because we know the powers that shouldn't be instigate all the wars. But the point is, with all those that are fighting, you know, Kim Jong-un or Russia against that one, or, you know, Ukraine, isn't it funny that they could all get together in 1950, whenever it was, and say, wow, we're going to make a treaty and you're not allowed to, you know, basically really explore and go so far, even though you're going to have these globlins and hobgoblins that was, oh no, you can and you're allowed to, blah 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 blah. Maybe only so much, but I guarantee you can only go so far. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I've seen one I have seen. If you haven't seen it, you can find videos of the fucking wall. Why do they call it the Arctic shelf? Think about it. They call it the Arctic shelf, and I've definitely seen real video before AI bloomed in the last, you know, 4 or 5 years. I've definitely seen, since becoming a true earther, which took me pretty quickly, to be fair. I said, holy shit, these motherfuckers are lying. But you know, weighing it up on the scales, I said, wow, oh my god. Doesn't mean I'm gullible to say for everything, but definitely there's something to this now. And yeah, I've seen the videos that show you, you know, you've probably seen the helicopter one, when somebody's on a helicopter showing you the fucking Arctic shelf. Yeah, pretty fucking high. Probably a couple of fucking Eiffel Towers stacked up on top, 1, 2, 3 of them, fucking high. Yeah. So my point is, again, I'm not saying only because of that, that's what's allowing the oceans to be. No, I don't know why Flat Earth Dave likes to say that, and other, but I personally don't say that. As I said to you before, obviously the land is going to have other type of, if you may, like you know, like Grand Canyons. That's not called the Grand Canyons. You know, the Mariana Trench, this thing, that thing. You know what I mean? That then allows, you know, obviously, you know, you can have a lake. Obviously, if there's fucking that goes lower than the shelf, whatever part of shelf that you want to say, and you can fill it up like a bath or your cup, well then obviously it's going to hold the water. It doesn't mean that you're going to have a definite, or that there definitely is a ring, an ice ring that goes all the way around. Again, I'm not saying that there is or there isn't. I'm yet to know, or, you know, that I can say that with full clarification, but there's definitely something concerning the ice wall, whether it stops and starts. And obviously there's something to water in general that obviously big bodies of water, I mean, give me a break. Minus waves or think about how much swooshing around, regardless of the level stuff, with all the alleged motions, how much swishing and swooshing around, why is the lake or the River Thames, how is that still in there? Oh, you're going to say gravity? Really? It's all bollocks. All right? It's all bollocks. And that's what they want you to be, dumb and incoherent. So if you can be coherent, as I put it on the screen there, shout out to DT Hope 23. He says he listens to mantras. We'll quickly go through these comments. And obviously, if you want to finish off, because I'm going to go to it in a minute, but if you do go to, do you know what? I've been sidebarring for ages now. Let me finish off why I even fired up this stream. All right. Let me take this device off charge. Spin it for a minute. Oh yeah. You see it now. Right. So I don't know if you've joined or haven't joined from earlier, or if you're just rejoining the stream. But the reason for the stream, we was looking at another case by the Myriad concerning stabbing. Now I've documented so many thousands of cases. Again, it's a majority report, minority report, whatever way you want to look at it. It literally is the minority report or majority report. If you haven't seen the movie with, and I know they've got a new movie out. What's that one? I need to watch it. I started to watch it recently. What was it called? Was it called Mercy? It's got the guy, Star-Lord, the guy, and he's in Jurassic Park. I'm pretty sure that's the guy. And they got him sitting in the chair. And then it's got AI going through all the variables of, wow, you know, did he stab or kill the wife, or however it goes down. I need to finish watching the movie. But anywho, if you haven't watched Minority Report, watch the Tom Cruise one. It's even right now for free on fucking, if you go to the tab on your YouTube, movies and TV shows, they've been smashing it for films for the last 3 months. Also, Balls of Steel. If you haven't seen that, that's fucking hilarious. I used to love that film. So yeah, watch Balls of Steel. That's so funny. It's about ping pong, you know, like table tennis. The film's hilarious. Oh my god. It's one of those stupid type films. It's really stupid, but it's actually really funny. Balls of Steel, great film. Watch that. And watch Minority Report. All free. They've got a bag of films free. They've got Pain and Gain. That's another true story. If you haven't seen that, Mark Wahlberg and The Rock. Really good movie based on a true story. If you've never seen Pain and Gain and a whole bunch of films. Whatever it is, hit the like. It will start feeding you on your algorithm all the time, a bunch of stuff. So. Yeah. Just do the first part quickly. Speedy Gonzalez. Andele, Iba. I used to get told that a lot because my name is Andre. So of course I had a bunch of that in a friendly way in school. It wasn't like, you know, bullying or nothing like that. We used to get jokes. Andele, Iba. And I used to love the cartoon, actually. Yeah, I used to love all of that, man. Oh, they got that film coming out. I need to watch that. You know, I used to love a bit of Looney Tunes and Acme. What's that guy again? You got the one, BB. You got that one there. And what's the one? He used to always get the failed. Well, it wasn't that the devices was always failing. I think he used to have bad luck. Wile E. Coyote. But they've got a film where they've got the cartoon meshed in now. Like the actual characters, but meshed in with real life people. But they've done like a court case, and it's Wile E. Coyote against Acme. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it. I think they put out a trailer recently in the last 2 weeks. Look it up. It's Wile E. Coyote versus Acme. Yeah, Industries, something like that it's called. Right? Shit, I need to see this. I used to love Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. He used to go beep beep. Yo, man. But yeah. Anyway, so on the 56th day of the year, we'll quickly just touch over some of this. If you heard it before, let me know. Press 1. Rotted, your bro, yeah? Snap. Your brother's name's Andre. Well, big up London, man. Your literal brother or your friend, you're just saying, brother. Like your literal next of kin, like your sibling, yeah? And my brother that passed, his name was Sean. You know, I got other siblings dotted around. You got Kashif. Hope he's doing well. You know, like from the dad side, but then there's a whole other side that you ain't even seen. I'm trying to remember. Sonia, that was a flipping name. I was trying to remember her name recently. I was like, where was my sister's name that I saw? And then I had a, was it her? Because she had, so basically it's like oh my God. What is it? Different, same dads, different moms, but then you know when you rekindle, I can't remember how we found each other a few years ago. Yeah, it was like, oh shit, I didn't even know I had a sister called Sonia. You know, one of them was like, oh my God. Like, fucking hell. Fucking, you know, what's the saying again? Fruitful and multiply. Multiply. Fucking hell, Dad. Shit. Didn't even know. I need to catch up with her. I ain't supposed to her in a minute. You know, everybody's living life and shit. Fucking hell. Last time I saw her, I gave her a, like, what did I give her for free? I gave her like a ½ ounce. Yeah. That's how we get down, man. Sharing, scaring. I was like, hold that, sis, you know, and then one day, yeah. I gave her a ½ ounce. Yeah, we had a special little harvest that grew, if you know what I'm saying differently. Yeah, I said, all right, hold that. And then one day, she was like, oh my God, thank you. Bro, your twin brother. Oh shit, that's big. Bumba Clark. No, that's deep. Rotted, you're a twin. Big up the twin. Oh shit. Yeah. Same here. I've got big sisters. Yeah, you see, you just only meet recently, or you need to rekindle again and all of that. Yeah, man. As we know, life is life. I'm not saying that, you know, it was something that was meant to happen on purpose. Fucking hell. That's just, I saw it go. You know, shit. Even myself slightly. But then you want to introduce them, but then you've got stuck up elder siblings that, oh well, you know, don't really care. And it's like, okay, you know, you got a brother over there. Shall I be meeting you guys? I don't really care. And then you've got your own thing going on, and it's like, wow, these lot are a bit snobby. Like, fucking hell. Wow. You don't have to go on like that. All right, cool. Do your thing. Sometimes, yeah, I mean, again, you've got the fathers like myself. You're like, okay, we're trying to connect. Yeah, with me, it wasn't even that. It was literally a surprise. You know, like Cilla Black. Surprise. If my little sister was here right now, not that she's little, but you know, she's in her 30s, she's got a big family, her own family and stuff. 3 kids and whatnot, but yeah. If she heard me right now, she would be bending up. She'd all probably send me a little GIF, you know, like the little gift. You know, the GIF, the GIF with Cilla Black. Surprise. Trust me now. Fucking hell. But anyway, I need to see a fucking rekindle. You know, on a roll, me and her last time had a silly little bickering between us. Even though I'm really saying, hey, get beyond the bickering. Can we just, like, you know what I mean? But I saw it go. So hopefully we can rekindle. If not, it is what it is. Right, shit. Hope you're doing good, Sonny. Wish you the best. I've got my other niece over there. God, I'm trying to remember her daughter's name. Oh my God, what was her name? Shit. I remember you had the dog. I'm actually due something sexy as well. I don't want to talk too early. But if you know Lao Zhao Hong, go figure. If you don't know about Lao Zhao Hong, translation Chinese red dog, yeah? So go and do your homework. Know how the dogs came to be. And when you know, and you will understand how loyal and the type of protection dog, they're very smart, which kind of makes sense because, you know, I'm not saying I'm that clever, but you know what I mean? I'm going to want something that's extra smart. So I said, you know what? I think it's time. I have had a dog before, but it's time for me to get one again. It's gonna be. Look at that Chinese red dog. Dog is sick. And I'll tell you what I'm gonna name him because you'll see a specific feature. And if you know, you know. I ain't gonna give you the breakdown. I'm gonna call my one Batfink. If you know, you know, yeah? If you know, you know. So obviously it's gonna be called Batfink, whether it's a boy or a girl. And obviously you're gonna have the other types of names within that I'll be like, come on, Batsy, come on, Bats, yeah? Look him up. Dogs are amazing, yeah? So again, April equals 56. On the 56th day of the year, this lady has chose to kill her daughter, right? Oh, I think I have the daughter's name as well. Was it Valerie? Yes! The daughter's name was Valerie. Just come back to my mind. Right? So again, on the 25th of February, if you go to my community wall post, we're going to quickly go through the slides from slide 1 and we're going to quickly clear it all, right? So the context is, as you can see, on February 25th, as we already started, the deputies were called to Santa Rosa County in America, right? And reports of a stabbing. Authorities say a 40-year-old woman called Erin Olivia fatally stabbed her 6-year-old daughter to death. She was found lying on top of the little girl. And again, this was me watching, as I already expressed earlier today and I have before, because I'm very much into body cam, you know, interrogation. You know, I like to look at the psychology and stuff. You know what I mean? Love it. And then, of course, that follows suit into movies and then how I am in life in general. And it makes a lot of sense for me the way I am. But anywho, and really looking at the crash, Mackenzie Cirilla, recently as well. We're doing an extra deep dive, as I mentioned earlier. So anywho, oh, and I'm going to look at that. There might be something to look at in that as well. So, if we write out the word 6, it equals 25 and 52. Stabbing and stab will equal 25, 52. All right? The 25th of February. Looking at the right-hand side of the numerology. So don't worry about the May 25th side and whatever that's got. We're looking at the right-hand side, not the left side. Knifeman, so we showed you why the precipitation for the day, if you may. You know, call me a Gematria meteorologist, hence why we can somewhat forecast or just look at the day in question and say, wow, look at the polarization for the day. No wonder why XYZ took place in conjunction with the amplification of frequency of what people aren't looking at. So, of course, the bad food, the E numbers, all the fucked up food, the fucked up drink, people, you know, the fucked up music that they're going to listen to, the fucked up stuff that they watch, etc., etc., the news, the movies, the media, and how it factors in to people spazzing out beyond spastification. And with this story, the lady, you know, maybe she has got schizophrenia. She said she was hearing voices. Maybe she was on meth and it wasn't actually schizophrenia, but then the meth, maybe she was on meth for 2 days or 3 days. I don't know. You know what I mean? And she was hearing voices. But with or without the voices, my point is, yeah, why these things taking place on these type of days and then factoring in what happens, April equals 56. Here we are on the 56th day of the year as of the 25th of April, yeah? I mean, 25th of February, yeah? She stabs her 6-year-old daughter. Again, here I am just watching another body cam, and as I've done before, but I haven't done it in a while, I thought, oh, you know what? Let me just see the numerology behind the situation. Let's see if there's anything there. And lo and behold, holy shit. I need to fire up another transmission and do a live stream. I mean, there's no way I couldn't put this one out. So something, what you know, with what's being conveyed. And lo and behold, we can do the majority and the minority report, and we can say, hey, yeah, look out for this and such on that day, look out for that on this day. And that's why the powers that shouldn't be, when they do their power cuts, cyber attacks, planes into buildings like 9/11, you know, with the numerical stuff, it's not random. They're doing it on purpose. When they decide to kill such and such of celebrity, or somebody's going up the pyramid scheme ladder, you know, the blood contract that they've signed, or that musical band that, you know what I mean? Oh, wow, all of a sudden this band's got #1, and you know what I mean? What did I watch yesterday? I watched, it was off via another channel, Truth Is, and he made a video to do with the movie Jennifer's Body with, what's her name again? Megan Fox. And I hadn't seen it for a long time. And I know I've seen it, but I thought, fuck it, let me watch it. And I said, holy shit. I remember watching so many years ago, not that long ago, you got American Satan. If you haven't seen that, watch that. There's a movie with, you know, Cuba Gooding Jr., the guy from Boys in the Hood. His brother was in a movie that I saw recently, and I can't remember. There's like a rap group or something that was trying to get, you know, a level. I'm sure it was him. Just like you had the remix or they done a new version of the movie House Party, and then you've got Kid Cudi in it, and Kid Cudi, whatever how you say his name. But the whole film is just full of symbolism. You know, they're at LeBron James's house. They did a house party, and then I said, what? Not to mention what happens at the end. I don't want to do too many spoiler alerts, but hey, if you haven't seen those three, go and watch those three. You know, put them on your list to watch them. The new House Party, American Satan, the one with the other one as well with Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother. I can't remember. It's like a B movie type film, but you definitely want to see it. And I'm sure that was the movie when I made a transmission on it. The part when somebody gets killed in it. And I'm pretty sure it was to do with, you know, with whatever thing they signed. You know, it was at, you know, 8:30, you know, murder 38. It was a rapper equals 38, murder equals 38 and 83. I said, oh, give me a break. Let me get a quick screenshot. Let me prep up a video with all the other stuff that I found. Well, of course, I'm going to look at the release of the movie, who's involved with the movie, their name in the movie, their real name in the real life, and then the timing of the movie release and all that type of stuff. And that's how you can start to map. Wow, look how they've done the movie, who was involved, and blah, blah, blah. If you haven't seen what I put out for the movie Him, there's a playlist there. You're going to want to watch that. And a couple of other people from the community. Shout out to Zach as always. Even if he's a full-blown goblin, I don't know how you can still be a goblin today, but even if you're not fully on board with True Earth, I don't know how you can be a goblin. How is that possible? So, anywho, shout out to Zach every time. But anyway, so April 56th, the 56th day, yeah, and again, February 25th is the 56th day. The lady's name is April. Don't get confused with April the month. But as of the 56th day of the year, 25th of February, the 56th day again, April equals 56. How many days are remaining is 309. Take out the 0 and you get 39. Who did she stab to death? Her 6-year-old daughter. Daughter equals 39. Yeah. All right. Daughter equals 39. So if you go to slide 3, you will be able to see that. And of course, you'll be able to see the other, numbers that tag along, even some that I'm not highlighting, but you'll be able to see how the words are pigeonholed. So whether it's all the lie words, you'll see how they all have the same numbers to do with lies, deceit, politics, not true, green screen, Even if you write out the number for dishonesty, that equals 113. And quick sidebar, you'll see how it relates to the book. If you look up the Talmud, so Talmud book that they go by, and then look up Baba Kamal 113a, where it states in a legal setting that will circumvent the Gentile with lies and deception. As I've gone over that a million times. How many words equate to 113? Just like it's interesting, the word sacrifice equals 46, and in the Bible, in Genesis 4:6, it begins with a sacrifice. So all this type of stuff, you begin to realize, just like when it deals with slaves and all of that type of stuff, in Acts 7:6 in the Bible, when it deals with slavery and the word slave equals 76, not to mention all the other stuff, then you begin to realize, okay, is this somebody's playbook? Who made this by the numbers to make sure certain stuff is playing out in reality? And then you don't realize why all the namely darker complected people, of course black people, around the time of Black History Month, with all the malarkey that happens to play out every fucking year around Black History Month. And then you don't realize why Black History Month is designated when it's designated. And February is the only month that equals to 42. Was like colored equal 42. Boy, there's a thing about those that were cracking the whip. Come here, boy. Cracking the whip on their back. Gets the picking the cotton. You get me? Yeah. You better get your ass back to picking now, boy. Crack that whip on your ass. Yeah. Yeah. Spitting out the. Come here now, boy. Because what's more versatile anyway? Isn't hemp? If you know about the how diverse hemp is, so think about it. Hemp is the weed of cousin, and only in recent times has people been noting hemp. You can build bricks with hemp. You can make clothes with hemp, oil with hemp. How many things you can do with hemp? But of course, they wanted to capitalize on cotton and cracking whips on certain people's backside, also with that as well, yeah? So it's full-blown pyramid scheme, capitalist stuff going on. And we know who loves pyramids. All-seeing eye. Oh, yeah. We do. Right, let me change this background ambience. It has been playing for a while. All right, let's put that one back. Oh, yeah. If you're on slide number 3, go to community wall post so you can get a semi-active experience today. All right. And you will see some of the other numbers that I was talking about. Oh, well, don't worry, I'm not going to sidebar on that. I just got a message from somebody. I'm not even going to say it. But anyway, just go to slide 3 or go for the slides. You can see what I'm talking about here. Now, chilling, and as you'll see, if you write out 6-year-old daughter, as you'll see on the slide coming up, maybe 4 or 5, the fifth slide, 4th or 5th slide, you'll see 115. Killing equals 115. Also, April equals 29, 79, and 34. Stabbing and stab wound 29. As you can see on slide 3, it should be on slide 4 as well, if I'm not mistaken, before I get there. Or re-get there, and murder equals 79 and 34. Yeah? Now slide 4, you can see the killing, 115, 6-year-old, and you got, if you write out 6-year-old daughter, you can see all of that. Oh, and remember 27, 270, if you write out 6-year-old daughter, you'll see, right? And you can see, remember the day numerology 2 at 25, because it was February 25th. So the day numerology will give you 27. The word knife equals 27. And do remember, 45, knife also equates to 45, because we're going to have something that's going to circle back around to 45. And if I'm not mistaken, obviously you can go ahead on the slides, but if I'm not mistaken, because I haven't looked at this before going live today, Valerie is 45, if I remember correctly. And that's the daughter's name, yeah? We had, I don't know if I showed in the screenshots, but you've got, fuck it, let's have a look. Fuck it, we're gonna have a look. Did I not show it? Ah, it might be, yeah, it's the last one. It's the last slide. If you quickly scoot over to the last slide, you'll see that on the left side of the screen, because they've all been the same, right? With just the lady standing there. But when you get to the last one, you'll see a difference. And you'll see that the cops are talking to somebody. And if I'm not mistaken, it's like the the first one hasn't got the woman. The next one's got like a neighbor or something. Excuse me. So the third one's got the lady. Yeah, the lady in blood. Excuse me. So the main of them have got the lady. The first and second is different. But anyway, so somebody's talking to somebody. The cop's talking to somebody like a neighbor. And they say, no, do they have kids or children? Whatever, it's just Valerie, right? You see that? So that's Valerie, is the girl, the little girl that died. And Valerie equates to 45. I mean, come on. And now we're here. You see this whole voices in her head? We're gonna backslide, go backwards in a moment. Over, slides 9, 8, 7, and 6, back to 5. But anyway, so if you go to slide 10, just quickly, because remember we're coming off knife 27, day numerology 27, and if you, what is it? 6-year-old daughter equals 270, drop the 0, 27, yeah? Knife 27. Knife equals 45, so go to the last slide, 10 of 10. The daughter's name is Valerie. Valerie equals 40-5. Come on. I've seen this a gazillion times. I'm not surprised, folks. Yeah? Voices 73. Remember the numerology? Knife man was 73 and 37. We had a life lesson on the day in question of 37. Again, numerology 73. Yeah? And voices 35. You got a numerology on the tail of 35 as well. Oh my god, voices and voices. Voices is both 73 and 37. To go with the life lesson on the day 37 and the DD numerology. 73, and you've even got 35 numerology. And then voice equals 27. Knife 27 and 45. You see how it just all goes full circle? You see this? You see? Wow. Is there a 55 on the day? Oh, 19. Heard voices. Voices, I'm on slide 7. Heard voices is 109, drop the 0, 19, and 55. Also, Q70 as well is in there because you've got the 64. On the day in question. Yeah, so you've got the 55 with the numerology. Two and 26, 55. And then you got don't really worry about this. But there was something there on the words. It's going to work with that. So yeah, I think that is I think we can kind of leave it there. People, I think we can leave it there. Oh, hell no. Excuse me. Pissed. Shit. Sorry, something else I'm looking at. Right. I'll leave it there. Wholeness, spread another line. Hashtag don't be a basic beast brainer. And of course, give gracious gratitude, but take no shit. Let me quickly check the comments. Right, I think we've got the main of those anyway. Yeah, we got the main of those. Right. Oh, what's this one? We'll see that. What's this? To process reality through the auditing of entropy is to recognize that everything in the universe, from physical matter to complex systems and daily habits, is subject to inevitable decay. And the what? What is that? DISPE. What is that? The decay, and I'm trying to see like the abbreviation. Decay and I don't know. Right. Can you explain the Earth Dome again? I hope I did, because I know I kind of went over and back around on certain stuff, so hopefully. Oh, you heard the substance abuse song. You want to listen to it? Wicked. Yeah, nice one. Brilliant song, isn't it? What he's saying, yeah? And it's so true how they will, they will quickly sign off on all these fucked up pills and all the side effects from all these pills, right? But they won't, you know what I mean? Do the obvious ones. But yeah, drinking is so readily available with alcohol. Yeah. Brilliant song, Substance Abuse, yeah. Right, let me get out of here. I'll play a quick track that I made. Maybe 2, we'll see how I feel. Anyway, Dave Chappelle the comedian. We'll play a couple. Maybe 3 quick ones. We're not going to play all of it, but we'll play a couple. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I called the song Room Reader for obvious reasons, right? Again, the reason why was it my ability to read the room is the reason why I stay home a lot.
worst thing to call somebody is crazy. These people are not crazy, they're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy, they're strong people. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy, they're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
And do remember, these sounds are exclusive by me, myself, and I, Audio Oracle Inside. got to say, take care of yourselves out there in the hot weather. Proper scorcher, boy. Once again, exclusive sounds. I need to sort out the other ones I got in the pipeline, waiting in the wings. Got some goodies there, man. Don't worry, you'll hear them soon, maybe if you're lucky. And do remember, this is the sound of my soul.
With the Buddha and charming in the hood. I've been tapping into memory, been misunderstood. I've been vibing, I've been minding, I've been riding crash conscious. Ego kinda big, yeah, I'm slightly obnoxious. In a loop with a zoo every day. I'm a loose, selfish on my terms, cause I've been giving, been kind, been silly, been blind. Now I'm tired of what you say, what you got from me. Life's a game of nothing, so obviously I roll the dice, play nice, fly high, starry-eyed, worldwide dreaming. Find the life meaning, believing in anything that keeps my soul feeling. My freedom's extreme and I need this knowledge, yeah, I borderline feed it. The universe connection and the weed help me feel it. In my body, in my soul, exploring the unknown. Round we go. But never really find a place where we can call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I don't wanna go home. It's like round we go. I never really find a place where we can call home.
Old tight yuck mouth. Go brush your teeth, your dirty mouth, boy.
I need a minute, I'm tripping, I'm missing, I'm flipping. I need a minute, I know I'm distant. My freedom's in it, my dreams are in it. My conscience, my seeds are in it. The journey I see no limit, spirit, science, actual physical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit. It's a shame, it's not legit. It's just way too hard to get. How they regulate this shit, it's illuminated shit. Round we go. And never really find a place that we can call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I don't wanna go home. It's like round we go. I never really find a place that we can call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I don't wanna go home. I need a minute, I'm tripping, I'm missing when I'm flipping. I need a minute, I know I'm distant. My freedom's in it, my dreams are in it. My conscience, my seeds are in it. The journey, I see no limit. Spirit, science, actual physical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit. It's a shame, it's not legit. It's just way too hard to get. How they regulate this shit, it's illuminated shit. Round we go. And never really find a place that we can call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I wanna go home. It's like round we go. I never really find a place that we can call home. And every day researching, digging into our souls. I'm feeling like an alien, I wanna go home. I need a minute, I'm tripping, I'm missing when I'm flipping. I need a minute, I know I'm distant. My freedom's in it, my dreams are in it. My conscience, my seeds are in it. The journey, I see no limit. Spirit, science, actual physical shit. I need a hit, it's something lit. It's a shame, it's not legit. It's just way too hard to get. How they regulate this shit, it's illuminated shit. Round we go. And never really find a place that we can call home.
Oh, yeah, man. No, I want to use a first to press that one. Hold on. Give me a moment while we just start. I made it better since this version. You shouldn't be hearing this version. But I just want to air while I go on. Is it? Hold on.
you recognize that the answer to your prayer is within this body, the miracle of you, the mess-making wildness can never be replicated. I think it's less about us being feathers on the breath of an external God, but how we are all part of this continual divine emergence. God is a verb that we make and live.
Again, I have made that better. I haven't loaded it up though on here, so this is like an old version. But anyway, you can kind of hear what I'm getting up to in it. So it's all good, man. It's all good. But yeah, that tune's got potential, boy. I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes when I get into the musical lab, man, I say, Ross Club, I mean that. Obviously, you have times when it's like, what the fuck is this bollocks? Nothing's even coming out today. And then you have other days or something in your mind before even going into, you know, using the music program or whatever you use, you know what I mean? And then 2 2s, you're just ready, fully loaded, you know what I mean? And you're just on this path, boy, and it's just, yeah, the sounds are just sounding, you know what I'm saying? Sounding kind of sexy. All right, let's drop another quick one here. From Me, Myself, and I. What's this one here? Is that the right one? We'll play another 3 quickly. We're not going to play them all. You have to play Inception. You know I like my Inception. You know what? We're going to play that now. Fuck it. Where's that one? We're playing that right now, damn it.
So how did we end up here?
Well, we just
came from the,
Think about it.
Why do you do this to yourself?
It's the only way I can still dream.
Why is it so important to dream?
My dreams were still together.
Once again, if you didn't know, these tracks are by me, myself, and I. Of course, that was Whitney Houston just now. R.I.P. to Whitney. All right, let's roll through with the instrumental of the same track. Track entitled Eternity. Can't lie, this is a vibe though. This is a vibe. Jeez and peas, rhythm. As you know, liquid lives matter. Yes, my selector, baseline apprehender. Oops, my mic was off. Hold tight. SNBR love. Hope you're doing good out there. Where you from? Where you from? You're from the UK? Or you from elsewhere? Let me know inside the comments. We're about to sign out. Exactly. Sweet vibration across the nation, each and every time. Serving out the baseline, sounding so fun. Oh, you know what? We'll play this last one here. Hold up here. Some of it at least. Where is it? Is it this one? So many little grooves. Oops, hold up. Shit. Seriously. Once again, these tracks are by me. If you didn't know, I do like to make music here and there. I have my moments. I'll say it like that. I have my moments, you know. Got a lot to learn still, obviously, but I've got my moments. I have my moments still. You see it. Once again, another one from me. Track entitled That Good Place.
Drum and bass, because I just feel like it's so primal and it gets you right there. When it's when the parts are really interplaying with each other in the right way, it just goes straight to that good place inside of you.
Gorgeous, love everything about you. Gorgeous. Most people don't understand it, baby. You're gorgeous, and I can't build a life without you. Gorgeous.
There she blows, Captain. Once again, exclusive remix enhanced by me, myself, and I. You know how I get down. If you know, you know. If you don't, you better get to. Big up everybody in the UK and all around the stationary plane.
You wanna call her in black and white, carving me with your tongue. Never wanted anything so much. If you're not there, there's no luxury worth living. If you're not there, there's nothing worth giving. I've had everything going on. I've had everything going on. Find it here. If we're dreaming and this is so it feels so real. I'm hoping that we can align. I'm hoping you're not just a figment of mine. 'Cause if you're not there, where have you been all my life? You wanna call her in black and white, carving me with your tongue. Never wanted anything so much. If you're not there, there's no luxury worth living. If you're not there, there's nothing worth giving. I've had everything going on. Where have you been all my life?
And do you remember exclusive enhanced remix? Cheese and cheese, rhythm.
With your tongue.
And do you remember Liquid Lives Matter?
you're not there, there's no luxury worth living. If you're not there, there's nothing worth giving. I bet everything on. If we're dreaming, then this is so that it feels I bet everything on us. I bet if we're dreaming, then this is so that it feels so real. I'm hoping that we can align. I'm hoping you're not just a figment of mine. 'Cause if you're not there, if we're dreaming, then this is so that it feels so real. I bet everything on us. I bet if we're dreaming, then this is so that it feels so real. I'm hoping that we can align.
Cheese and peas. That's some grace up your ears drum nicely. All right, let me sign out with a quick mix and blend. Oh, that. Oh, maybe you know what? Yeah, we'll sign out with a quick mix and blend. Yeah, you know I can DJ as well. Yeah, original Dandada. What you mean?
I feel a bit confused.
Why? I don't know.
And I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing.
My little love, tell me, do you feel the way my past days? Where did you lay on me? Can you hear the way my heart breaks? I wanted you to have everything I never.
Yes, London man himself just left work. Like, you know, yep, get the beers in, mate. You know what I mean? Smokes ready, drinks ready, ice cube ready. Blood club. Once again, do take care of yourselves out there, because you know it's hot on a whole nother level. You see it? And of course, enjoy it while it lasts, because before you know it, you're going to be deep into winter and all of that, yeah? It's a damn shame now I heard in the news, you know, a lot of people can't flip and just enjoy the weather. Brighton, stabbing, drowning, all this other stuff going on. Fucking hell, I thought people was supposed to go in the water when it's hot. They're talking about cold water or something like that. Like, what? When was that ever a thing, really? Like, what do you mean it's hot? You jump in the fucking lake or the water or the ocean? Or what are you talking about? You saying the water has got a coldness, but the heat, the hypothermia, what are you talking about? Listen, these people, listen, yeah? Enjoy yourself, but take care and a little bit of heat, yeah? Nobody follow them. And remember, take care of yourselves and each other, yeah? No need to be walling out and la 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 and foolishness, is it? Yes, my bear crew and my smoke viola. How you mean? And I know I keep saying it, but I'm going to update this something here with some new mixes. You know how much tune and mixes I got there, yeah? But because I have to cut and snip and to put them in here, because you can only make it so big, innit? 10 megabytes or whatever it is, 20. But yeah, man, there's so many good mixes or so many good sequences of, you know what I mean? Niceness. Cheese and peas. Hey. A whole heap me have for Huno. Once again, shout out to all my bubblers, my toe tappers, and my head knot rockers. Much love. And do remember, sounds of Audio Oracle on the ones and twos. Yes, my selector, baseline apprehender. Cheese on cheese. Old Tight Envy, track entitled Aeroplane Mode. Old Tight Halogenics on the next one. Can't Let Go. that ain't a vibe, I don't know what is. Fucking hell. That's extra sexy summertime. How you mean? Please. That's just extra sexy. Ugh. Hold on here, so I see something in the comments. Right, we play this last little piece. That's all I got, goddammit. Hold up here. Before YouTube as a Barney, hold up. I gotta skip that first tune. Do you know what? Sometimes it's all right, and then other times it goes on all full. Let me skip that tune. It's a tune as well, you know. Jeez. We get a little touch in there, come on. Ugh. Come on, YouTube. Let me play the tune, for fuck's sake. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it too much. Let me just... Hold on. It's a tune as well, you know. Hold on. If you want to chat shit, trust me. Alright, that's just naughty. Ugh. Hold on, let me cut this up a little piece. It's gonna stop now anyway. Right. Hopefully, YouTube granted me a little blight, alright? And I want to come off the stream now, and I'm getting messages and emails. Oh, well, you know, you have to cut that bit out of the stream, and we're gonna give you a strike. How about you get a strike in your head side? Right. Rigging, family. Now that's what I said. Hey. You like that one? You like that one? Look up Halogenics, and it's called Can't Let Go. I'll put it in the chat.
The man will swear I care about the coat, but how you handle your affairs is what I care about the most. The man war when it's going off, got me dissing your monthly listeners. The man I write, I practice, so we are the practitioners. Eating them alive, it's like I'm needing them for sustenance. I'm out here getting big like they've been feeding me some supplements. Never follow them, cause they be moving shambolic. My side will be getting money, that's socio-economics. Heard them on every verse, and there'll be several discrepancies. Have them up, it's nothing but death in your destinies. Set the template from what I've written on the piece of paper. And if I were, we won't be needing any mediator. Feeling comfy in any spot that I'm studying. They're claiming they didn't hear, but they know that they understood him. I've had them up, it's nothing, man, I'm out. And yeah, the jobs are good and swimming in the deep. We got them drowned in the undercurrent. Them up, it's nothing, man, I'm out. And yeah, the jobs are good and swimming in the deep. We got them drowned in the undercurrent. And yeah, the jobs are good and the man will swear I care about the coat, but I handle your affairs is what I care about the most. The man war when it's going off, got me dissing your monthly visitors. The man I write practice, and we are the practitioners. And I'm alive, it's like I'm needing them before. Never follow them, cause they'll be moving shambolic. My side will be getting money, that's socio-economics. Heard them on every verse, so there'll be several discrepancies. I will what is looking for death in your destinies. Set the template from what I've written on a piece of paper. And if I were, I won't be needing any mediator. Feeling comfy in any spot that I'm studying. They claiming they didn't hear, but they know that they understood him. I'm gonna go with something on that out, and yeah, the jobs are good and swimming in the deep.
Dripping from my neck to my crest, I'm two-stepping in